Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harran series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. I'm a little bit more of a good mood is because look at them, especially the man in the middle is our, what do we say in Aramaic? The Malka de Malke, the King of Kings probably, that's what that probably means I think. In the Aramaic language, as we are officially an empire now, and this is his imperial regalia here. That is obviously Byzantine influenced, as the Syriac culture uses both Byzantine and Arabic fashion. But I'm planning on going on yet another road trip, as Ashur loves to travel. This is the Empire of Al-Harani, also known as the Bet Malkuta, or Empire of Assyria. This is basically the new Assyrian Empire, which consists of Assyria, Mesopotamia, Assyria, and Jerusalem, which we cannot create that title because we're not Christian. But if this was a proper Assyrian Nestorian playthrough, then I would have done that. But instead, we're of the Harranian faith, which, as a reminder, you people, that the practice ranges from worship of ancient Mesopotamian and Hellenic deities. So, along with Neoplatonism and all that. So, basically, it's the closest thing to having the old gods, the old Mesopotamian gods, which the names are mentioned here. As I said, it's the closest thing to it. But it doesn't end there. No. I would have ended that series right then and there. But no, I got a few more things to do before I will put this series to bed. One is to expand to Egypt, because there's another holy site that I do not have in my realm. And that's Al-Gizeh, the holy site of Giza, where the pyramids are located. I thought about expanding a controller, which would be easy. Just fight two wars, one for the Sinai and then into Masha, Egypt proper. And then you grab that and the Delta and Alexandria. And then after that, we plan on, going overseas to invade Greece to get the holy site of Athens. But obviously this is under the control of the Eastern Roman Empire, or Crusader Romaean, which is currently under a state of civil war due to liberty, which is about to be going on for 2 years now. Even though we do have a stronger strength than they do, to be real honest. And we do have the means to go overseas and invade to Greece itself, which is actually the kingdom of Helios. But alas, I am only 47 years old. I'm nearing the age where, at any given time, I could become infirm. But hey, that means it's time for me to travel. But first, let me see. What's Forge? Get out of here with that. I'm invited to be the guest of honor at Amira Alexandros' feast. Yeah, the old guy. And I am a much of a world traveler myself. So I'll be bringing some Silk Road merchants. And I will probably bring mercenary guards as well. Well, let's set the routes first. Again, I'm going to Kashgar to go have dinner. And this is where we're going. We're going to places such as Damgan, to Nishapur, to Tus. And then to Herat, where the Citadel Alexander is located. And after that, then we go up north to Sogdiana to head to Bukhara. And mind you, you see that thing that says, I know you can't see too much of it, but it says, hey, you're diverging the route, you're going too far, you can't advance further. But this overrides it if it's someone else's activity that you are going to. I wouldn't dream of going up to the steppes, but I'm only traveling to the Silk Road. That's going to be the story of this episode, is to travel along this famed Silk Road. Then go up the Tarik Pass, to Kashgar, to Kochi. And we keep going up the northern route till we head to Bezeklik. And then up to Kocho. And then we turn to our real destination, where it all began, in Danghuang, at the Mogao area, where the Mogao Caves is located. And then we will begin to turn around and head home, in which we'll go down the southern Silk Route, through Khotan, especially at the Bulgawik, where the Jade mining settlement is located. And then we will turn to the other route, though we will not go down to India again, but instead we're going down this way. We'll be mining settlement here. Headed down to Lapis Lazuli mining settlement. Then we'll head to the Pangaea mining settlement. And then we'll make a brief stop at Kabul, where the Grand Temple is located. And then we'll go up and head to Bamyan, where the Buddhas of Bamyan is located. And then we meet up at Herat again. And then we'll go down to Bam, in which we will be passing through Yezd. And then we'll be heading straight home. The travel time may take about 4 years. Keyword may. Although there's going to be plenty of danger. Let me see. Okay, that may not be enough. Okay, do bring mercenary guards with you. It'll take roughly 3 to 4 years. Well, again, we'll be there in February, and I'll have my feast during the 1st of April. And then after the feast, and then I'm off to travel the famous Silk Road. It's only the mountain passes are the most dangerous. As you see, I'm a traveling man. And those who are going to come with me. My 2 bodyguards will be with me. I wish I would bring my sons with me, but that will not be the case. Including this man down won't be bringing with me. My wife will be there for me, because she needs to see the world. Not sure about the physician though. Although we may have to make some changes here before you set off. Because I can't trust you. You're not infirm. How are my bodyguards' aptitude? Average? Good. Where's my son? Where's my son and heir? There you are. I know your aptitude is poor, but listen. I would like you to pick up all these traits since you are my son and heir. And then I will find you a spouse when we return from this trip, so you are coming with me. As insane as it may sound, and plus you might learn some things from me. You'll pick up some skills along the way. So I apologize for wasting this time, but I really want to be there. So let's set the routes again, and then we'll officially leave. Yeah, that'll be it. Although, if I do manage to survive, and so does my son, what I would like to do next, in case somebody invites you to another activity, I want to travel throughout Hispania and Francia to all of its landmarks and then return home. Because I would like to have one of my last trips to be the Grand European Tour. So, it'll be 3 to 4 years' time, so let's get to it. Let's begin this great adventure. An adventure of a lifetime. And make some money! As the mercenaries will be expiring. But first, let us go to dinner. Feast. The benevolent Mirza is finally here. Tonight we will have a feast to welcome our foreign guests. My wife, Kenzie, has been hard at work of all the planning and preparations. She's asked me if I have any suggestions for final touches. Again, I'm trying to befriend the Tulanid here. I know a few specialties from Tulanid. He feels right at home. Good start. Peasant. Disillusioned faction. Hey, shut up. I'm giving you people some money. And these too. Don't get any smart ideas. Exercise or relaxation. If the sky is to be trusted, it seems like we will have a lovely weather today. I have an excellent opportunity to show my guests the beauty of the local country. I wonder if you like a vigorous hunting trip or leisurely luncheon in the sun. Well, you are a religious lackey. You're generous and somewhat zealous. I would say I think you prefer a luncheon. And he enjoys it. There. As I said, don't get any smart ideas to try to dissolve the realm while I'm gone. I would like to show my guest the cultural highlights of Harran. The question is, would you prefer a grand dance of all the lords in the music court, or visit the finest temple? He is somewhat zealous, so I'll say the temple seems more suitable to his tastes. He enjoys visiting the temple. After what can only be described as a pleasantly visit, he and his retinue are about to depart for Tulane. Before the emir steps his carriage, he bows deeply to me and expresses gratitude to me and my most serene wife. I promise to forward his compliments. May your journey be safe and swift. Now I get to commission an epic, which I don't think I could do that while I'm traveling. Commission epics right here. Yeah, you're traveling, so you can't do that right now. Now, if only I could just befriend him. Maybe that's the way to expand. Befriend everybody. Look at this hideous bastard. Now, I think befriending others would be key to not only to our understanding, but as well as to our benefit. You can't like him any further. As friendly as we are. So if I pick up a little bit more in diplomacy, I think I should just hold off on the August thing and go pick up a friend. Maybe that's a way to expand without having to resort to war. Crud. There. Right. Wait until the everybody's here. Such nice people out there. That'll help us for the upcoming Silk Road trip. And for the rest of this thing, can travel a little faster. And I guess you also found a shortcut in your free time, so we'll know when to leave out of here fast. I know what that is. Don't answer that. Looking forward to this. Alright, any unlanded characters that might be of some use to me? Better yet, what about those of high prowess? Besides myself. Besides my bodyguard. I would like to befriend this man. What started as an ordinary visit became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Abdulwahad. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, as things we haven't seemed to have a lot in common. That's a good time. Good evening. Okay, mercenaries are disbanded. We'll hire them again whenever I have more money from the Silk Road trade. But don't tell anyone else that what I've been up to. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to the Wahad without making it feel forced. After all, best friendships are natural. I want them to think this is spontaneous. By Pluto extols my maybe friend, barely disguising a vouch. That was a heavy course. But soon after the last weighty one, services too heavy in the stomach. I still cannot believe that the servants expect to keep serving their master when it is ported. Yes, sadly it was just a poor choice, I think. I charm on it. You're not gonna come to court? Okay. So we just go back to recreation. What a vast and endless array of foods and desserts this is. Are these the kind of meals I can expect in the underworld? Oh, what an expensive selection of sweets. This must be the most food I've ever seen in one piece. Delightful. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guess wrong tune for eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, lights bouncing like laughter around the hall. So many people come from all over just to be here. It really gives the perspective of how vast the world is. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things. Good folk to mingle with, yeah. There's one plate for his place by the next. My friend, yes, indeed, goes on and on about hunting. And I thought we solved about someone. Not boring you, my lord? No, please go on. You might help me with this. A toast to me. It's a lovely moment. But I've been looking forward to all evening. It all comes and goes all too swiftly. It's nice to be appreciated, highly esteemed. Daylight pours through the windows, and in just one moment the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some serve time my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure to have you with us, Amir Alexandros smiles at me. What a feast! Before coming, I could never imagine the exotic delicacies I would sample in my time in his halls. This was a feast I'll never forget. But now I shall depart to the Silk Road. And plus, it's to reflect on us adopting the people of the Silk Road, and my friend just died. He just drowned. That's the same guy. Is there a way to keep track of that or no? You gotta make amends now. So, our first destination will be towards Damgan, home of the Tarakanite Fire Temple ruins. The Tarakanite Fire Temple is a site that finds its origins in the days of the mighty Sassanid Empire, the world's strongest Zoroastrian power, and now lies as a remnant of the former glory of Zoroastrianism. Such a significant site may attract the Islamic groups who take interest in converting it. Made it through there. Then we'll head to the Nishapur mining pits. Turquoise is a stone that can be found in many places, but nowhere as abundant as the high quality as the mountains near Nishapur. The stones are also very easily accessible, even without the very deep pits. It's just a bit of mold. Oh, we'll be entering into the desert where there's some danger here. Ongoing war zone. Just say a quick prayer and move on. Then there's the... I'm always inspiring people. Let's take our time to forage and hunt. So we'll be here for a couple of days. And then we are gonna head to Tus, home of the Imam Reza Shrine. The Imam Reza Shrine is a holy location for the Ashari Shiites, as it contains the mausoleum of the 8th Imam of 12 Shia Islam, Imam Reza. Within this shrine complex, in the Imam's honor, are the liberties and seminarities dedicated to disseminating Islamic values to those who seek to learn. Now we're off to Herat. One sec. You better damn well behave. But do not worry. As time passes on, the offensive war will go down. The negative modifier that comes from that. And then we're about to arrive at the Citadel of Alexander, known locally as Kala Itayaruddin. The sprawling citadel was built by the legendary Alexander the Great himself, overlooking the ancient fertile valley of the Hari River. This citadel, like its namesake, is truly a force to be reckoned with. Look at the fort level. Very hard to dislodge for anybody who's the owner of it. What's the fort defense now that I think about it? 10! Plus these. Continue. Reason why that's marked in red is because occupied and kind of control reduced, ongoing war. This is martial related. Never back down. That's for future wars. Just looking. Now we still got a couple of landmarks to go. The next destination is towards Bukhara, capital of the Samanid Sultanate. Come on with us. Let Tabby eat it. Okay, that's good, I guess. And now we're entering into the lands of Sogdiana. Been getting some bad luck with the haggling lately. As we stop to camp outside a small village in Barkat, the locals come to investigate our caravan. At first, I think they're trying to trade with us, but soon it becomes clear that they come give us gifts and learn about everything they can about our culture. One local in particular, Sagarak, has a million questions about where we are from. Oh, that's why. One of those cultural traditions that the Sogdians had adopted, give us a minute, is xenophilia. That's why that event popped up. As I would say, we'll take every benefit we can. Nice people. Classic East Iranian hospitality. There we go. Made a bit of fortune. Ever since entering Kujan, I've been treated much like an animal in this spectacular garden. The people stare in amazement at the mere way I speak and carry myself. As we make our way through, I'm suddenly approached by killer and enthusiastic one who, unlike the rest of their crowd, seems to speak Aramaic. My word, it's so true. Assyria, Malka here of all places. I have long admired Syriac customs. I even learned Aramaic in my own time. What an honor this is. The Sogdian woman knows my tongue. Well, depending on how I just said that. The honor's all yours. Or teach me about your people. Like, why not learn Sogdian? It's been snowing for the past few days, and the cold is unbearable. Hold on, let me take that off. You're entering into Fergana. It's very wintry. In fact, oh dear. Traveling through the winter. It's been snowing for the past few days, and the cold is unbearable. I look around and see that my entourage is struggling as well. So I decided to travel on foot alongside him. After a walk through the snowstorm for another hour, Crusader pulls me aside, shaking his hips. Please, my husband, I cannot feel my finger anymore. She tries to make a fist, but the pain is too strong. Her finger is swollen and turned to all shades of blue and black. Burn the statue to make warm. What the? And I'll say, I read a treatment about in a manuscript once. There. It's been treated now. We gotta stay here for a bit because it's too dangerous to be traveling out in the winter. We'll get moving again soon. And we are. Men's pelts destroyed. And keep making some trades along the way. And impregnated her during the whole trip. Mountains out of molehills. The road has gotten incredibly hilly for the past few hours, and everyone's beginning to wear. Well, after a while longer, with no end of the hills in sight, one of my traveling companions, Paul, approaches me and says, My lord, our mounts cannot carry on like this for much longer. The poor animals need a break, or I fear they'll collapse. We must stop to rest. He knows full well that this will delay our journey across the Silk Road, and plus there's an ongoing raid, so it's a little dangerous to be traveling up there like this. So he's right, it would be wise to rest, especially during the winter. Well, we're delaying more. You're stacking up delays. And I'm not an orgy guy. Pass through the capital up there. Gotta pass through these mountains. And now we are officially in the Tarim Basin. It is nightfall. Akavnasa is hard at work when we arrive at the cereal fields south of Konah. It appears to be flattening crops at a rapid pace using a large flat piece of wood and heavy stones. I frown as I watch the man performing this labor and inquire what he's up to. He winces and he starts a long rant about how we all need to wake up and meet our true master instead of hiding behind false Buddhist teachings. I take a step back and face. Alright. I know a cure. Do not worry. Sorry I'm not present. Wants to write about warfare. Okay. Give it in. But anyways, travel continues. Passing through the land of the Courtiers. And then we'll enter into the lands of Nikushinya, which will be heading to Kuchi, home of the Khazal Caves. The Khazal Caves of 1,000 Buddhas are a complex of hundreds of Buddhist cave grottos dating back many centuries that serve as a local holy site. Though the caves have become increasingly abandoned and many have fallen in the state of disrepair, but they are still used for worship and the largest such caves in the Taran Basin, and are only dwarfed in size by the splendor by the Mogul caves when it comes to Buddhist grottos in the region. Meanwhile, as we entered into the lands of the Kushini, also known as Kuchins, also known to some as Takarians. As I travel through the desert of Bachuk, I hear a melody drifting gently across the landscape. A quick diversion off the path brings me a group of musicians playing their hearts out what must be some local Kushinian music. Stopping to listen to the beautiful music, I find my heart filling with joy. That's because they have the musical theorists tradition, which I want to learn to play, so I'll get musically inspired. Prisoners won't like it, but my spouse does. 1 second. Have they adopted any traditions since? No, they've had it with those. They've always had caravaneers, xenophilic, religious patronage, musical theories, and people of the Silk Road. They've always had them. We don't have any cultural acceptance because we do not have any contact with them at all. So it's my first meeting with these strange people. And may never know we'll encounter any of their caravaneers along the way. We didn't see any Sogdian or Khotanese caravaneers on our way. So let's continue to travel. Oh hell, I'm about to become a religious icon. You know what? Spend several days in prayer then. Every little bit helps, even though I'm delaying the journey further. Heard a notification. Oh, never mind. It's just religious spread. Cut it out. My 5 bits beneficiary are surrounded by scrolls and manuscripts, fiercely ripping through the pages. My lord, there is so many areas of warfare that are worthy of attention. Strategy, troop compositions, battle itself. I don't even know where to start. What topic does your museum for? It would be nice if I was a little more healthy. Go for this. Now we'll be on our way towards Bisekis. Shortcut. Which is the home of the Bezekele Caves. The Bezekele Caves of 1,000 Buddhas are a complex of Buddhist cave grottos dating back many centuries. The site, however, has only become more prominent in recent times and has become an important site of worship and pilgrimage for local Buddhists there. And after that, then we'll head to the capital of the Kingdom of Kocho, or Jonga, which is what the Uyghur people call it. Ah, there you are, Ashur, even though I'm not here. Just spoken out loud, he's right about warfare for you. I couldn't resist a visit to his study. I talked about it to meet your expectations, and I think you will like the result. I don't know who you're talking to, but that should be improved upon. More learning. Glory be. Uyghur Medican. I've heard that Jongar is a land lousy with holy men traveling in impoverished conditions, living often on faith alone. One such mendicant has approached our caravan, speaking the interpretation of the Father of Greatness, a Manichaean name of God, basically. The Father of Greatness is will and how to lead a pious existence. The impoverished creature seems to loathe to part with our party. Perhaps I could get rid of him. I am a master debater, and I have won that debate. So that means the Manichaeans, the Uyghurs are still Manichaeans at this time. Karna is his name. I'll just say a quick prayer and move on. I'm a religious icon. Just what I like. Feeling rather feisty today. We'll be heading to the Mogao Caves soon. Which, of course, the Mogao Caves, the 1,000 Buddha grottos of Dong Huang, are a network of 100 caves that serve as temples and shrines dedicated to Buddhist worship, prayer, and meditation. The oldest caves were carved in the 4th century. Since then, devotees far away in central China and Khotan have sponsored the construction of various caves. Many local elite clans have their own caves that have maintained for centuries. Just passed through right there. So, my deeds are spoken of reverence and envy the world over, from foreign courts to village taverns, and with that comes the supporters. Today, Salo has ushered in and introduced as representing a small Syriac mercenary band from Mardin and Upper Kabul. O peerless Mauka de Monka, my friends and I hear of the wondrous book being made for you, and wish to donate to your writer. It would deeply honor us, Your Majesty, for we've stated for months. It is I who I am honored. There, it might get better. Malka de Malka, peasant. High or low, it does not matter. In the end, we're all mortals. I remind us I woke up coughing in the early morning hours. Dull ache pounding to my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, unknown. I know a fair number of suitable remedies. This is no way that'll be the end of my journey. I have iron constitution. Do no more than necessary. Be careful with me. Since my rumors were out of balance, that the best way to restore them will be through bloodletting. After consulting the astronomical charts, he decided that I should be bled from my armpits and temples. The bloodletting turned out to be just what I needed for now. The worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Excellent work, Comat. As of this recording, I recorded this video on July 17th, and I just got notifications from a Discord server, which I am a member of Cybrix Khan's mods, you know, where his mods like Rice and VIET, which I often play it on here, just popped up for me. And I know whatever is said, whatever I say, and by the time the video is uploaded, then it would hold little to no relevance, so I might read on along the way. Now we're headed to Bugawadik, the home of the Jade Mining Settlement. But first, a modest book on strategy and warfare, born from Master's long experience on the battlefield. My ass! The cover is gold, displaying a repeating image of a wolf's head, enunciated by the placement of emerald insets, and held closed by the ornamental clasps. Oh, that's good, actually. I'm impressed. And I've just learned the Sogdian language. Although I don't know if that's any good use for me anyhow. The inhabitants of the small settlements near Khotan, scattered in the adjacent mountains and rivers, work hard to extract the precious Nerfrite jade. Some of the highest quality jade is found there in Khotan. Now, let me look things up here as I read along. Oh boy. It's basically, as I read this announcement, is basically, the next flavor pack that's coming up for Rice on Crusader Kings 3 is an Eastern European flavor pack, which of course is to be determined by a poll, which whatever people are most interested that they would like to see. But again, this is going to be after Sri Lanka, which I will do a Sri Lanka series after Harran. Now, Baltit is where we're heading. Kila Baltit, otherwise known as the Baltit Fortress, is an exceptionally strategic installment in the beautiful Hansa Valley, serving to defend the lands of Gilgit and Baltistan from foreign invasions. This bastion is intricately decorated with a blend of Kashmiri, Arab, and Punjabi styles, making it for a most impressive building. Now we're going up to these dangerous mountains. Got 16 months to go. Then we'll be heading to the ruby mining settlement. Few small settlements of the local valleys are home to miners who toil day and night to mine rubies. Architect's Digest. Armin is lost in deep thought when our entourage enters the quarries of Daratubat. He's leaned over a large, roughly cut wooden table, absorbed in drawing something on the scroll. I leaned in close over his shoulder, drawing his attention. My lord, I did not notice you there. My sincere apologies. I inquire about what he's up to, and Armin replies, Oh, I'm drawing my thoughts on construction and the building of foundations. I'm quite the architect, you see. He smiles shyly. You an architect? Yes, you are. Does this relate to your cultural traditions? Let me see. No. It's just a character who's an architect. A scroll containing a drawing with the knowledge of how to most efficiently construct certain buildings. Castle buildings. That's interesting. Good to know. You could be my royal architect. We'll work for a lower salary for 20 years. How old are you? 35. Long and better. Your skills will be useful at my court. As we travel through Daratobat, I take in a beautiful view from the mountainside. When I steal my eyes away to focus back on the stony path ahead, realize we've been surrounded by a group of ruffians. The tall man, presumably the leader, steps in front of our camera. Passing through these mountains will cost you. Don't care who you are. Anyone passing through my mountains pays. I could either talk through, beat him up, send my guards, which I have mercenary guards, or recruit this man, even though it's not that particularly skilled. Or what if I pay you instead to be our local guide? Okay. What if I pay you to lead us through the mountains instead? I'll pay you. Guess he agrees. It doesn't say. Now we're heading to some more dangerous mountainous territory, as we'll be heading to Munjan, home of the Lapis Lazuli mining settlement. A few small settlements in the valleys of Sa-Esang are home to miners who toil day and night at this mine, the world's main source of Lapis Lazuli. Thunderation. I'm sure there's plenty of people that I could demand payment of. I'll do it when I get back home. And we'll be heading to Pangaea, home of the Pangaea mining settlement. But first, you might be less valuable after I win. Welcome a slope. Shovel supplies around. The Pangaea Valley is known, has been a known source of silver and emeralds since the days of Alexander the Great. Hindu, Buddhist, and eventually Muslim dynasties have mined silver and minted their coins in this area here. And then after that we'll be heading to Kabul, home of the Grand Temple. The Holy Site of Assyria attracts the faithful in droves. The Grand Temple is covered in ornate carvings displaying the heroic deeds by the gods and demigods alike. Massive bonfires send plumes of smoke upwards to the gods themselves, with holy men administering blessings to all who venerate the spirits. Whose gods to be exact? Who owns it? Hindus. Wow. Obviously, Pashtun people live there. So does Radhanites, Kashmiri, Punjabi. There's also a small minority of Rabbinists, Dazawisms, Sunnists, Vaishnavists. There's also Guri people there. Maturidi, Shaivites, and Theravada. That is a very vibrant land over there. We'll head to the Buddhas of Bamiyan. Everybody knows this one. Carved on the mountainside, the massive Buddhas of Bamiyan loom over any visitors. While the area surrounding them is no longer the thriving center of Buddhist learning as it once was, there are still numerous Buddhist pilgrims and scholars visiting the statues. A shrewd Eastern ruler might be able to pull a profit from the pilgrims, in addition to getting some personal insights. Oh, sorry. He's about to die. 10 months to go. Journey through Cash. I've passed by particular looking tents, flight open, particular looking occupants. Come in, almighty Mocha. I could tell you have many miles to go. I could offer you a really good future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a week? Let you come experience the future with me. There shouldn't be much more danger along the way as there once had. It's just a bit of mold. I gained ill, but I'll be fine. Do no more than is necessary. Gave me an enema. Say a quick prayer and move on. I just want to get home. Because I'm not getting any more older than... not getting any younger, I should say. Karna, my son, why did I bring you with me to my travels? No. She was with me. He was born on the road with us. Let's mount a search party for him. We found him. The boy is sick. Can't afford to lose him. I stand in my dining room, warm my hands against the fire, and my thoughts. An old maid approaches me with tears in her eyes. After elaborate courtesy, she looks me in the eye and says, Mamaka Damaka, your sickly offspring, the beloved Karna, didn't resist the illness that befell him, and died some moments ago. Without any other words to say, she just stands in front of me, tears flowing, waiting for my next command. My poor child. In the Dark Ages, the death rate of infants were high indeed, as Karna was born a sickly child. Unfortunately, death took him away. Rest in peace, little Karna. Soon we'll pick up being out on the road again and fire as we ride through the land's heavy agriculture. Our next stop, a local plantation of Ni. There's a spot that gates about 100 paces away. Something is off. I hail the accurate scent of smoke. Smoke. Fire. I suddenly notice the pillar of smoke take its shape over the plantation. The column is thick and heavy. Too large a stem for one of the workers and burying some stray debris. This is a higher success. Merab, quick! Get those buckets! Flames are doused. Anyways, we're heading to Agabam. The Citadel of Bomb is the largest abode building in the world. An imposing and impregnable fortress that has stood for centuries and was the capital of Havadin of Karman, the legendary enemy of Ardashir, the founder of the Sassanid dynasty. The fortress consists of 3 layers of walls and is surrounded by a large moat. Inside is a city unto itself, with shops, houses of worship, and houses. Fort level 5. And now we're on our way home. We'll be back in 5 months, assuming we don't get too many delays. But all that is of my choosing, of course. Not to mention brought a few people along with us that we got during our travels. Well, it's textbook from here. You think befriending other rulers may give us a chance to vassalize them? Bridge just collapsed over there. Send it. What is it like when it's full strength without any revolts, assumingly? During peacetime. I contracted food poisoning. Even though I'm already ill, it can't get any more ill than that. Budgeman, the local captain, a few of his officers greet me as my entourage enters the military camp's assigned motto. As he wanders off, I quickly dismount and follow him. A couple of paces forward, Budgeman stops and turns its latest siege equipment just neatly placed in rows before me. Quite a sight, isn't it? I not appreciate organized chaos on observe. Now, what would my lord want to do next? Looks expected. What is that contraption? Can't afford any more delays now. I just want to get home. We made quite a fortune during the travel. Excellent shortcut, we'll be home faster. In a Harranian faith, we observe our own rituals and our own beliefs, but we still hold Islam above all other religions and express kinship for their beliefs. It's quite common for Harranians to practice Islam in conjunction with the traditional Harranian worship. Now that I'm here in Nineveh, I have an opportunity to attend the sermon to learn all about the Sunni faith. 1 second. Perhaps I can interest them in our ways. Deliver the goods, son. Bingo. It's just a bit of mold. If I reset the perks, I can use these 3 here to get 1, 2, 3. Look how close I am. I could get whole body right now. And I am a wise man. Well, I know what to do next. I know exactly what I'm gonna do next. Because I want to live forever, one would think. A 1,343 days, 174 baronies. Thank the one, I can go inside again. Now wait for the illness to go away, and then I will go, you know, do what all wise men do. You're a seasoned traveler now, son, so it's about time that I will find you a spouse. Because you two boys are getting married. But someone of reasonable age. Okay, start of age. From 16 onwards. Maybe 12, okay. So we're on a search. I saw Till in it. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. You know, and since I've been wanting to expand to Egypt, I suppose you have any... Okay. 30 for my youngest. An alliance with you will give us a chance to vassalize you. This is going to be our gateway into Egypt. Arrange this betrothal. So okay, you got one down. What about you over there? Oh, he'll never accept my demands of vassalization. That kind of ugly personality he has, both physically and personality. He'll never accept vassalization from me. But he'll be more reasonable. Though physically weak. But anyways, get back to where we were. Yeah, this was around where we were. Looking for someone with a good genetic trait. That's another beautiful woman. But I'm looking for someone smart. Or strong. But you don't find too many of those these days. Could be you, though. Every once in a while we tend to see Dagestanis. We see those every once in a while throughout this series. Unless you want to have a lot more children, then she's your girl. there's an intelligent one. Well, let's go for the Palestinian woman here. As I said, I prefer smart over anything else. And as for you, the fine spouse. Who was this other person? Yeah. You get her. You'll be married to the Dagestani woman here. No grand weddings, though. Because I'm in no mood of spending my money for something like this. We're allies now. Come in. So there you have it. Now you expanded into Egypt without a fight. Where are you from? Oh, up there. Sure. Wasn't planning on expanding it up there. He'll never accept vassalage. Well, he might. Yeah, because I thought his personality, him being callous and zealous, would greedy may prevent that. Well, we'll see that through. Now, what do you say? 14. Have another alliance with him, and then he'll join in. Or the alternative is to befriend him. And we're going to get this in 6 months. I can wait. Another son of mine. I don't suppose you have any daughters, do you? No children. Quick. No alliance here. Guess I'll have to befriend him then. By the way, do you have a claim on... Oh no, you have a claim on Alexandria. Rome was Oh, look! If the Rome wasn't so distant, and if we got a little closer, he would have been far more accepting to us. Get the Delta, and then we're golden. He wouldn't accept this, despite being across the sea now. He'll never accept that. Far distant, obviously. So now we got this as an obstacle. Now that I'm better from my illness, now it's called a mystical communion. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Reset the perks, and I gain no stress because my learning skill is so high, and a few other things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yes, I would lose out on this, but we kind of don't need that right now. If I get the learning back up, I'll get scientific back up. All this will be maintained as it were, because I like being an administrator. And this again. That assemblies thing, that wasn't necessary, but hey, free! Aha! See? That's smart of me. So I'll continue going on to become august. And as for this, keep as it were. There you go. As you were, continue with the foreign affairs. So we'll get life of glory for more level of fame impact. Diplomacy for level of fame is just fine as well. Till you become august. Now once I'm done with that, guess I'll probably go for learning. But look at me now. I am very healthy. See, that was smart. I just want to be the man who's gonna live a very long time. I already sent you a gift. Well then, how about let's be friends, alright? Dislike compassion. Zealous likes whole body. Zealous doesn't like wizened. Let me present you another gift here. Hope you appreciate this. Now what do you say? How about we be friends, huh? And plus that level of fame impact will cause more of, like say, I have exalted among men right now. So that means second opinion is up and so is the number of knights. That means I'll get more number of knights. Combine that, if time allows, to have this, I'll be having even more of the Ashur. And there is room for another accolade. Speaking of which, also I need to invite Ashur, because we haven't seen any new ones for a while. Consecrate bloodline. Why, of course, this is rather befitting him. By showing sufficient devotion and gathering the favor of the clergy, I can assure that my dynasty is forever enshrined as a holy bloodline under divine protection. Because this is an organized faith, I control one or more Harranian Holy Sites, and I'm a religious icon. Perform the final rites. Thanks to my pure devotion and relentless work, I have intricately bound the holiest offices of the Harranian faith to the Harrani dynasty. An increasing number of people in the clergy amongst the faithful come to think my family as the chosen caretakers of the holy relics and harbingers of divine will. Virtue without fault. Instead of the pellicula, they will call me the Anointed. And I will gain Paragon. The Zealot vassals will like me more. And will have some renown. Although we're still quite far away from the next thing, which I'll continue to go down this route. Because we seem to behave more like administrators. That's why we're going to be spying for a moment, and at the same time try to attempt to befriend him. If this doesn't work, then we're going to war. Probably not in this episode. Only 7,000 men? That's it? Clearly they've seen better days. We can definitely defeat the Byzantine Empire whenever we want to. But I'm more interested in Egypt at the moment. Oh no, get out of here. Get out of here. Man's a lunatic. Any other guests that I should be noted about? Competent commander possessed. No, no, get out of here. You too. No lunatics or possessed people. I can't let somebody have them to be around. You're an outstanding commander. 41 years old and healthy. Come on in. Farewell, Paul. Miss you. Hey, son. You've been traveling a lot, have you? You should be the new caravan master. Son and heir. Where are you? Or go for the architect. Make it go fast. Because he's a mix of Sogdian and Khorassani. That also helps. What are the other factors? Diplomacy, yeah, that's one. I'm a charming reveler, yes. You see, this is an opportunity. I know we're quite far off. Okay, go for this. Increase a little bit of diplomacy, and that would help up a little bit. Yeah. I have more important men to impress, such as our neighbor. Hey, would you like to play a board game? Oh, you're in the army, yeah, no. I wonder why you're mad at me. I ain't raiding you. I haven't been raiding you for God knows how long. What are you talking about? I know he has, but not me. Raiding me. Well, you're about to get your tail kicked. Or not. Not you again! Get out! I wonder why I haven't been improving the chance of success. He's out leading an army, so therefore I can't get events to improve it. Right. Plus he's ill right now, so he can't be home at the moment, and okay, he's back. Quick, challenge him with the board game. Hey, since you're such a greedy man, let's wager. Because, you know, it's just a friendly game, and he's like, no, I don't like a friendly game. And it's like Fame is like, I like that. And then a wager of fortune, and he's like, oh yes, I love money. Okay. Challenge it to a board game. For the money. Lena Rusana takes a seat opposite me. A little game chess about to begin. The crawling pal tells the exact outcome my points is. He goes first, opening with an obvious trap. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is close to victory. The only thing sweeter than the clanking gold is the soft pitter-patter of a man's tears against the chessboard. Smiles my home. Don't you agree? I've read entire manuals on chess. A match marches on. So continue its simply pathetic gambit. Naturally, my techniques come to the full I'm beating him manually, though nears even closer. He strokes his chin thoughtfully. I was positive that stratagem would have worked. Pay up. We both stare at the final piece. I did it. I won. The one has witnessed my triumph today. From the start, I had complete trust that the one would see me as victor. Here, there could be no other way. Like this, Susan Rain stated, hands on his heart, just trying to comprehend where he went wrong. Hey, I'd love to play again sometime. Hey, it's a small shot. And yes, I get sick pretty often, but what are you gonna do? If I could befriend this man, Egypt will be ours. If not, then there will be war. Much to my delight, one of Amir's courtiers arrived here in my castle. He carries good news. For Osama wishes to formalize a friendship. I never expected this group so close, but he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man. If only the best interests are. We are closer than ever. Okay, now what do you say? Even though he's my friend. The difference of military strength and power of Vass's opinion may also be a factor in that. I know you want to do me out. And we are friends, yes. Unless we form an alliance, then it's entirely possible that you may join us. The cultural acceptance between us. We can promote that. How long will it take? $1.20 a year. So maybe we gotta start being nice to the Egyptians. 1.77 a year. We gotta start being open-minded. After we're done with diplomacy. And then that. So I've done all I can for this. I don't want to resort to war. But do not worry yourself. The offensive war opinion is long gone now. Imprisoned. They'll let him out soon. Come on in. Now look, you can't be there. Even if you didn't, it's highly doubtful that you could just divert off to somewhere else. Well, I would love to go on a trip to Hispania and Francia. But alas, it's wishful thinking. The old age is starting to get to me. Fix that. In fact, anything that you have currently, fix everything. We might need them. Especially this. Well, thinking about holding a grand tournament. You know, just an archery contest here. An archery and a horse race. That's something that I would do. I would even go as far as getting this up. Yeah, I could see that already. But please wait, because I am a-thinking. Well, you could train in tournament. And you turn to the right, Sovereign yells, while dealing a power blow to my sword makes me take a couple of steps back. They won't go gentle on you in the tourney, my lord, says, drying the sweat from his sword. If you want to win, you can't afford to lose. Not even to me. Not even once. 24% chance you might get the strong trait. 48% that you increase your prowess. 23, you'd just be well trained for 10 years. 3% that you'll get wounded. And every S was prowess challenge here. After training successful, run successful. My training is impressive, so I increase my prowess. I still got what it takes, one would think. Ah, yes. All these things that I can also do. Because I'm about to become a living legend, and I would like to get my prestige up. But then again, you could do that via tournament. Look, I hate to do this to you, man. Because if you don't, you know, give me what I want, then we're gonna have to conquer your whole, well, I don't know about the whole duchy. Plus, a holy war for the kingdom might bring, you know, other Sunnis to jump at you. And you probably wouldn't want to do that, now would you? In which you could just simply go over to the capital, capture him, and then you're good. Surprised you still have Manichaeans in your realm. They never left. Because the Manichaeans were running Alexandria at one point. Interesting. But do you think it might make a difference if we just increase their cultural acceptance just a tad bit? Like, wait a few years and then they'll come in. Same goes for them. Thought of it. Grand Tour. Just thought of it. This way. Cultural festival. I mean, I'm taking this for example. And then, instead of mercenary guards, you could bring the cultural ambassador, which high diplomacy will be included. Hire someone as cultural ambassador on a journey to disseminate information about your culture to all the variants traveled. I was thinking, isn't that the one for cultural acceptance? Isn't there one somewhere like that? That gives it a chance as such? I could be wrong, though. Red Sea region, that's, this part of the outline here. We don't live in the Red Sea region, except, I mean, I have to control personally. I think, but nevertheless. Look again. Go to there, for example. Cultural acceptance. And bring a cultural ambassador. So that Like, could that mean cultural acceptance between us will increase? Or whatnot? It doesn't sound like much of a grand tour at all, unless you do have more vassals. Obviously, you have to be going for altruist for this. Bring everybody en masse. So, okay, I thought of a future plan for the next episode, which will stop this episode here. So in the next episode, we're going to go on a little bit of a grand tour down to Levant, since I have not traveled much to there yet, as much as I'd like to travel parts of Mesopotamia. And then we'll go all the way down to Sinai, while we're trying to increase the cultural acceptance between us, as I do not have open-minded to get faster cultural acceptance gain. So that's something that I will be doing once I get 2 more perks of August. And then after that I'll switch over to learning to go for Scholar to get these 2 again. And all of this. Doubtful that I'll become a Scholar by then. And also Baghdad is Harranian. There's actually one part there that isn't Harranian, but many of them live there. But anyways, so yeah, I think we got it all figured out on what we'll do next. So we'll implement these plans and more. And if I see the opportunity that somebody from there tell me, hey, go on a feast, or would you like to participate in a tournament? And that this will be my way to go to Hispania and Francia and then return back. Because I got plenty of years to live. I have traveled to many parts of the world, from Italy to China, but I would love to go to Western Europe too. It'll happen in my lifetime. I can hopefully guarantee you that. And as well as trying to appease the Egyptians, as I'm a little bit exhausted with war and I want to live in peace. For now. But until then, so long for now.